This is called Trigender. For those who are just listening, Howard's. I got Howard in the hole. Howard on deck. Trigender.
What's in the box?
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
So a couple of people might have been surprised by my transgender pin that I put on this morning. I figured it's about time that I came out and talked about my gender identity.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
I want to cue up the Offspring song. Like, why won't you get it? Why don't you get a job? Get a job.
Look at my transgender pin.
Okay. Which way did he go, George? She's got that transgender pin. No one would know what that is. You ask all 7 billion people, there's like 6 that would know what a transgender. Oh, that's a transgender pin.
I put on my transgender pin.
Looks like she sucked off a Smurf. Okay,
So a couple of people might have been surprised by my transgender pin that I put on this morning. I figured it's about time that I came out and talked about my gender identity. I am trigender, which means like a triangle, I have 3 genders.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Yes, sir.
I'm your huckleberry. That's just my game.
Male, female, and non-binary.
Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
And the difference between trigender and gender fluid is that I feel all 3 of these genders at the same time.
Fuck!
All the time. It doesn't ever shift or change, or where I feel one gender more strongly than the other, like gender fluid tends to be. Also, I should recognize and accept that a lot of people don't see non-binary as a third gender. They see it as something completely separate from the binary of male and female.
Made up.
But
Make
for me,
believe.
it's like a third gender.
Oh, okay.
Or I guess you could call it a third identity.
No shit.
So how I feel gender-wise is like a man, like a woman, and as neither at the same time. I hope this clears things up, but let me know if you have any more questions. I'm happy to answer.
Oh, I'm cleared up. Oh, I'm fucking cleared up. I am cleared the fuck up.
I'm a fair guy, but this heat is making me absolutely crazy.
Are we clear? Oh, Crystal. Oh, we're fucking clear. We're absolutely fucking
What you've
clear.
just said is
Crystal
one of the
clear.
most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Dodson! Dodson! We've got Dodson here!
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares. You're just 3 at the same. What does that fucking mean? It means nothing. It means I want attention. I want more friends. That's all it means. It's really sad, actually. It's sad that this is like, can you imagine what's going through her head? Like, I feel like it's sad. It's a little bit scary, if it's anything. That this is an individual, like, what thoughts are going through her head? How do you even think, like, I'm just all three of these things? It's only for attention. There's no other reason. You don't feel that way. There's nothing, like, what does that mean? Like, what does that even mean? It doesn't mean anything. It's like, it's just it's a word salad, oatmeal mush of nonsense. One other thing. If you're going to have fluorescent blue lipstick, that doesn't make your case. Like, you don't have fluorescent blue lipstick unless you're just desperate for it. It's desperate. Look at me. This is why blue hair, red hair, magenta green, magenta hair, green hair, bright big fucking glasses with glitter all over it, septum piercings. It's all like, look at me. Look at me. Pay attention to me. Look how different I am. Like, this is how birds and butterflies, this is how, like, male species of, like, these kinds of birds and stuff. You've seen the Nature Channel. You've seen the Nature Channel. Like, that's why the males are so bright and colorful. They're showing off to try to attract the female. They're like, they're the lizards or whatever. They're like, puffing out their neck. The birds are flapping and they're all brightly colored. Butterflies are more vibrant when they're male. It's because you're like, look at me. Look at me. I can fuck. I can reproduce. Look how bright and colorful I am. Like, you're just desperate for attention. No one does that wants to be like, you don't do that. There's no reason. Why would you? Literally, you're just holding a billboard. I mean, why you don't wear these things. You don't put that kind of lipstick on. You don't put all that metal in your face unless you're just desperate for love and attention. You're desperate to look different. I mean, I know some people do it. Like, some people do that kind of stuff and they're relatively normal individuals, but there's always a reason. It's like, why do you think some of that stuff looks good? I'm not saying you can't have blue lipstick. I'm just saying when you're saying stuff like that, it just compounds just the desperation.